He's always been the missing piece. We've gotten the names and documented 6 out of the 7. There's always been that one. Greg Jarvis. We found the pilot, the payload specialist, the teacher in space. We've also found Resnick, Scobie, and McNair. Jarvis was the only one smart enough to change his name. But the tie that binds is the tie that finds, and that's the relationship with the teacher in space, Crystal McAuliffe. She was a board member for this company for 30 years, and he was on the team that won that particular company's golf tournament. McCall and Jarvis were partnered up at the beginning of their space training and developed a close friendship. And for the past 40 years, have worked side by side together through the holdings company.
Flat earther people are my kind of people because I know they have an open mind. I know they're going to hear you out. When people try to talk about the fact that the earth is flat and other people are like, you're an idiot, that's so stupid. Like, you clearly haven't looked into it. Because once you look into the flat earth theory or the dome, you're like, wait, I think I might be a flat earther. I think I believe. And they're just my kind of people. I like somebody with an open mind. I like somebody willing to hear someone out. And I like somebody who doesn't call someone dumb over their beliefs. Believe what you want. Tell me about it, you know?
Just a little bit of blue right here, and we'll let it swirl into the white, make some happy clouds over the Pacific. You know, it is photoshopped, but it has to be. Otherwise, it wouldn't feel quite like home.
Do your research. Go look up the NASA documents on flight. Go look at what they teach their pilots. They're taught on a flat plane, right? How come if the Earth, if you fly a plane, if it's curved, a pilot, this is coming from a pilot, you can find this on TikTok or YouTube. Look up pilot discussing round or flat Earth, you'll find it. So the plane would have to go down 11 inches every mile when they're flying at 650 miles an hour. No pilot does that. The flight technology on the plane is not designed for a curve, it's designed for a plane. Okay. Second, right? We've never been to space. We've never been to space. No. There's a Van Allen radiation belt that surrounds us.
Disney owns NASA.
NASA, I could go off on NASA, bro. Allow me to.
In the Bible, Joshua commanded the sun and the moon to stop rotating and moving, not the earth, not the earth. The earth is not moving.
Do you genuinely believe that the Hubble Space Telescope can capture images of the very end of the universe, but it can't zoom in on the United States flag that was apparently placed on the moon? And check this out, guys. This is actually a little bit ridiculous. Breaking news, you are looking at the clearest and most detailed map of the Milky Way galaxy ever made. It was created from information on 2 billion different stars, checking each one 3 trillion times over 11 years. How does anyone believe this absolute nonsense? It's literally a CGI image. And then they use all of this fancy legalese to try to act like they have the most advanced technology in the world, but they don't even have the ability to zoom in on the moon, which is only 230,000 miles away, according to the mainstream model. But if you zoom in on the moon yourself, you will see that it is not a rock floating around in outer space. It looks more like cosmic plasma in the firmament above. Now this right here, that's a picture of Venus being seen through the moon. I believe it was March 4th, 2025. Interesting, and it also looks like the flag of Islam.
We are being lied to about space. Katy Perry really had me believing she went up into space, saw the globe, was a changed person, and came back down. Absolutely false. No astronauts are going farther than the ISS, which once again, I thought was way out in space. But I am calling BS on whoever came up with the definition for space. The astronauts are so close to Earth, they can see large bridges. If you spend $150 on LED lights and put them all on your roof, the ISS would be able to see you. And when astronauts say it took their breath away to see the Earth from up above, I thought they were seeing more than 2% of the globe. That's it. That's all they can see at a time, 2%. Literally no one has actually seen the Earth as it is described to us. Well, besides our buddies, the astronauts who went to the moon, which is really so crazy because if my body was the Earth, the ISS would be an equivalent distance away as a speck of dust on my shirt. Meanwhile, the moon would be half a football field away. It's really cool that we were able to go there in 1969 though, especially considering your car fob has more code than the entire Apollo 11 did. A pregnancy test has more memory. It is really so impressive we were able to use such little technology to get so far. I wonder why China, the tech capital of the world, has spent $100 billion trying to do what we did in 1969 with less than a Tamagotchi, but still haven't figured it out.
Just your daily reminder that the Earth is flat and stationary with a firmament, and it's water above us.
So we are 3 months into 2026, and these are all the things that I'm already starting to believe. 1, the Earth is definitely flat. There's no way that we landed on the moon. I don't even think we've been in space. Project Blue Beam. That was also a pretty interesting rabbit hole. Everything in our history books was probably a lie, and the whole world was probably going to end us.
I have heard of it. It has not, but it has nothing to do with the math of it. A plane cannot make that flight.
Okay, backpack, do you know what the TOD is? That's math for an airplane.
I do not know what the TOD is, but again...
Okay, hold on. Let me educate you. You are ignorant of the subject, and that's clear. The TOD is the top of descent calculation when an airplane will get its angle of descent or rate of descent to start coming down out of the sky to land at an airport, usually 100 miles away or so. The TOD always calculates a flat and a stationary baseline. So if you're stuck on math, use some real world math for an airplane and realize that the math for the TOD proves the Earth is flat and stationary. So for the rest of the people in the room, on Professor's big screen there is Flatten the Curve by Vika Draza. That is full of commercial and military pilots, as well as merchant marines, aeronautical engineers, the guys who navigate submarines, all proving with real-world applications, or like Backpack wants to say, real-world math, that the Earth is flat and stationary. There's another thing I've been recommending lately, which is from a military expert that measures the angles to the sun. His website is flatearthintel.com, and the angles to the sun that the military uses, which is very important because you're actually talking life and death with the work the military does, it's always measured from a flat, level, stationary plane. So flatearthintel.com to see some geometry to the sun that the military uses in the real world, and then Flatten the Curve, commercial and military pilots with real-world applications proving the Earth is flat and stationary. Backpack, if you don't believe me, and I'm not asking you to trust me at all, go look at what the TOD is and look at the math for that, look at all the diagrams for it, and see that what I'm saying is true.
The problem with that,
there's no problem with that.
There is a problem. There's not enough fuel.
There's no problem with what I just said.
There's not enough fuel to make the trip.
That's a good belief, a good story you have. Thank you for sharing your opinion when I just flat smacked the hell out of you with real-world pilots and real-world applications of airplanes. Your belief and opinion about fuel...
If the Earth is...
All right, so you interrupted me 3 times, and I was almost done. So I just flat smacked the hell out of you with airplanes and the TOD and pilots and merchant marines, and you want to go back to your weak belief and your weak opinion about an airplane not having enough fuel to make a flight that you believe doesn't work on flat Earth. Meanwhile, all of the flights and all of the undersea cables make absolute perfect sense on the flat Earth map, and they don't make any sense on the globe at all. So all of the airplane flight paths fly straight and level, point to point, including the one that you want to talk about from Santiago to Sydney. They all work perfectly on flat Earth. That's the only place that everything works is on flat Earth, because there is no globe. There is no curvature. There is no motion except for the motion of the sun, moon, planets, and stars over us in perfect clockwork cycles. So Backpack, thanks a lot for your you were just a perfect example now of someone who ignored everything I said to go back to your weak belief and your weak opinion about fuel for an airplane. That's really pathetic. So thanks, Professor. Thanks for letting me jump in for a minute.
Hey guys, I'm a little annoyed today. I've been coming out more and more to my friends and telling them about the flat earth and just bringing the idea up, idea, not idea. Anyways, bringing it up and being constantly shut down without any, not argument, but no debate whatsoever. They just don't want to hear it. And it's super, super duper annoying. And I don't understand, I don't know why. And then I'll show them things. And then it's like they can't understand it or comprehend it or just even give it a shot at all. And it's really annoying. And it's mostly people that are my age. I'm 19. And the people that are around me, like college kids, they think they know it all. And maybe I think I know it all too, but I don't know. If someone shows me evidence against, because I don't know about you guys, but I loved astronomy. I took it in high school and it was my favorite thing. And I love the idea of space. I was gonna get space tattoos and I loved it, And I was a globe or whatever. I believed in the globe. I had no reason not to, right? Because it's just in front of our face 24/7 all the time. And so my dad actually told me about the flat earth, and he told me, what did he say? The first thing, he's like, Dominique, the earth is flat. I was like, Dad, stop. Because my dad always has these crazy ideas and crazy things going through his head. But I don't know, I just didn't believe him. And he told me about the United Nations logo and then the flat earth and how they were the same thing. And then he reminded me that the government likes to throw stuff in our face and mock us, and they do. And then he told me about airplane routes and how they don't make sense and make a lot more sense on a flat earth model. And so I was like, okay, Dad, whatever you say. But I looked into it and I was changed almost right away. It made a lot of sense, and it continues to make more sense the more I look into it and the further and deeper I go. But yeah, it's really annoying when people, they can't even, they won't even listen, They won't do anything. It's really annoying. And it's frustrating. And if you don't want to wake up and realize what's happening and see the deception that's right in front of your face, and fine. But at the same time, nothing is going to change if people don't see it. So I'm torn between what should I do? Should I keep pushing it? No, that's annoying. And I don't think it would go anywhere. But at the same time, I think I need to do that. Maybe not with my friends, not with random people, because that wouldn't be good. Actually, I worked at McDonald's, and I worked the drive-thru, right? And I worked third shift, so I worked really late at night and in the morning. But people would come through, and they would be drunk or high or something, the crowd that comes at 2 a.m. And I would just be have a good day, the earth is flat. Or just be just mention it, And the looks I got, it was very funny. It was pretty funny. But I'm not gonna do that. Or maybe I will. Who knows? Freedom of speech, right? But anyways, what I'm trying to get at is that it's really frustrating and really annoying that people can understand and comprehend the globe, Earth, when we're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour and then rotating at, 66,000 miles an hour as the sun is moving in our Milky Way galaxy at like 667,000 miles an hour, as the freaking Milky Way galaxy is shooting through the universe at like the speed of light. We can understand that, right? And we can understand that space is never ending and always moving, and all the other stars in the sky have their own solar system, and there's infinite amount of possibilities, and that all makes sense, right? And it makes sense that we don't have a real photo of Earth. And it makes sense that there's 2,500 satellites in our orbiting Earth, and they're of no use to us. Like, come on, it's annoying, and I'm kind of sick of it. So, anyways, just sharing my frustration with you guys. I'm planning on doing a real video soon. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I hope if you come out to people and friends and family that the earth is flat, I hope that you guys have better experiences than me. So that being said, have a good day.
My name is Mishu. I'm here because I'm fed up. I just smoked.
So the number's coming. I'm going to write the number down here. Right, we've got Brazil.
Could you pass me a pair of sneakers? 55800 and the rest of it.
Hey, Flavio.
But this here is a real monster of a...
It's a balloon.
A balloon there. It's a balloon, well.
That was due to your breaking it. Where's the satellite?
In the balloon, obviously. How's the satellite going to get into the air without the balloon?
This is Brazil. We are in Brazil.
Hey, this even makes it to us in the paper, you know?
It really does.
You can go right ahead.
Then record it for tomorrow's paper.
Are we on TV? Then let's call the station.
Peace speak. If you give a call, come and we'll get to be famous, you see, Flavio.
It's on TV for the whole world to see.
The polices. See, Flavio? And we go out, all of us together, and we'll get famous. We'll get famous.
This damn motto. Come on. You make me want to rob the post office and go to jail. Find a flying saucer. What's its name?
But who exactly is that?
Oh my, what is that thing?
Satellite! A small light from the plane, you attribute it to the crisis, and that's how it appears. That's why I mentioned it.
Look at the size of that lamp. It's hard to tell what it is from afar. Yeah, from a distance it gives the impression it's something huge. When we got up there, we thought it was a plane when we saw that white trail.
The equipment is really sophisticated, and it's full of lit up lights inside. You actually believe I'll go up there? Let's call 3M, man. If 3M shows up, my dream. Once 3M appears, you'll make it happen, see? Stay here till early morning to see, until it gets here. Until we meet here. You'll...
It looks like that's really it, doesn't it? There's only one bed in here. Go ahead and turn it off and see. Tell me this isn't just some small thing.
Like, sees a camera? It's already seen us doing all of this. Hello, Brazil. Brazil, are you seeing the camera? If the guy is caught red-handed and sees that it has fallen, that guy will just run away.
So I quickly saved it here, then I ran out immediately. The EP went completely offline.
But there was no one to pity, no? I brought him back human. How funny that is, no?
But I think you can take a good look, and now that it's just for him.
So this guy, he came armed. I think he came armed. I'll be very slow. If he came armed, why didn't he break anything? He came armed. He came from over there. I want to talk to him. Strange. Weirded out up high.
The flat Earth map dates back over 1,000 years. This map is credited to being created by a Persian astronomer. His name was Al-Biruni, and he lived between 973 AD to 1048 AD. It's the official map of the United Nations and also the United States Geological Survey. It used to be present in many places before the creation of NASA and the Antarctic Treaty in 1959. Here you see it with Admiral Byrd. This map has been restored by Dmitry from Russia with suggestions of mine, Eddie Alenkar. Known by my YouTube channel Flat Earth Banjo, I asked Dmitry to include the Bermuda Triangle and Point Nemo, a place deep in the Pacific where NASA buries rockets. Then Robert Tozzi, a professional mapmaker, came along and enhanced the map even more. There are many people now selling this map online, but if you could order it from my online store, I would greatly appreciate it. Visit my online store now and order one of the items. I humbly thank you.